ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
She does have bigger feet. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Stilt-Man Build-A-Figure Waves, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movies, Miles Morales. If you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And while you're down there, please go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. We need the 1 million subscribers. And this is looking really awesome so far already. Very excited for this. You can see the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse logo right there. And then get another one right over there. There's Miles. And then on the back, you can see there's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave, and then you can see on the side we get Miles again, and we get the Miles logo spot varnish right over here on the top, and not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. So the figure comes with 2 different head sculpts. We get 2 sets of hands, 1 Build-A-Figure piece, and 1 coffee stain. And these hands look pretty good. However, I will admit that I wish we had a set of wide open hands. I really feel like it should be standard, right? Every Spider-Man should come with wide open hands, flipping hands, and fisted hands. But these look really nice with that cobwebbing pattern. The paint looks fairly clean. I've only noticed minor imperfections in the paint and everything, so I am happy with these. Just to get a look at one of the fisted hands, you can see the cobweb pattern on the black and red portions. So you're just looking at the masked head sculpt, and we haven't even gotten to the Miles head, and this is already amazing. I love the cobweb pattern right here. Very nice, clean red paint. It's a fairly small figure, so any imperfections that you're seeing right here, they are terribly magnified in an unrealistic way. This looks very clean to me. I'm really happy with this. There's the sculpt right there on the back of the head, so that's very cool. And to compare it to the previous Into the Spider-Verse Miles figure that we had before, you can see not nearly as much detail or anything like that going on. So popping off the heads, I had a very weird experience because I popped the head off and it's stuck. Oh, damn it. Oh, Hasbro, you bastards. But oh, you guys are so smart. I just didn't see that coming. I really just didn't see that coming. So yeah, thank you so much, Hasbro, for thinking ahead, because I hate it when the peg gets stuck in the head and you can't use it, or you gotta use pliers to pop it out. And I've done it a million times with Hot Toys figures. And the fact that I don't have to do it with my Marvel Legends makes me very happy. So yeah, just looking at some reference photos right here next to the Miles head sculpt, they obviously nailed the likeness right here, right? I just think this is perfect. I really like it a lot. This is just truly awesome. I really love how the eyes came out, and there's this little line going across the head, and I think that properly represents the art style from the movie, so I don't have a problem with that. I see what they're doing with that right there. The hair looks really good right here too, so I'm liking that. I like that they gave him the young, tall hair right here, you know, it's very current style, so I really like that. There's looking at the back of it and everything. And I'll get into the articulation in a minute, but with the amount of clothing that we have on this figure, I'm just surprised how much articulation you can get with it. I mean, this is great. I mean, look, he's got a hoodie underneath a jacket right here, so you can see how that splays out. It's more like a vest underneath the jacket. And then you can see the deco. That looks very clean. I think I got a little bit of paint rub from using that ab crunch right there. As you can see, it could run into it a little, but I don't know. It may have just been like that already, but I'm still liking it, man. I like that sculpt and everything. That looks sick. While it's tricky to demonstrate, you can see that red paint does go up into the torso joint, so that's very cool. Nice wrinkles in the jacket. We already looked at the hands. You can see the pockets right here are painted. The belt looks really good. These shorts look very realistic. I'm very happy with these. Don't like seeing the serial number there. Wish we had that at the bottom of the feet. And then looking at the legs, very skinny Miles Morales legs. Looks very movie accurate. I love how the shoes look right over here. These sneakers look awesome. I was scared about the articulation. We'll get into that in just a second. And you can see he has peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now with both head sculpts, you can get him looking up a fair amount, as you can see right there. And you can get him to look downward. And you get side-to-side motion and good head pivoting. From certain angles, you're going to see a bit of gappage between the neck and the head joint. With both head sculpts, that's going to happen. But you know what? With this particular figure, just because the hair color is the same color as the shadow, it doesn't really bother me as much. Anyway, shoulders will move up and outward very far. You can move them downward all the way. If you move them towards the middle, you can kind of get some really good fake butterfly joint action. So he doesn't have butterfly joints, but you can get the arms moving inward that much. With all this stuff right here, I find that to be very impressive. You get a full 360 over there, single jointed pinless elbows, and you get rotation right there, and then all the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. You get an ab crunch that'll bend forward, and it'll bend back that far. If you have the jacket over his belt, it'll bend back that much. You also get this waist joint that turns side to side. You get waist pivoting, and he'll move forward at the waist. So with both joints, he'll crunch forward very far, and then with both the waist and ab crunch, he'll bend back very far. That's very cool. And then the hips move outward that far. I do have a little, well, no, those are just wrinkles. I thought I got some chewing, but yeah, you can get him kicking all the way up, and I tend to be able to turn it so that he's kicking all the way at a 90-degree angle like that, and that is very cool. You get rotation right over here where the suit meets the shorts, so that is great. And then you have these pinless double jointed knees that bend in all the way, and then the ankles. I didn't expect the ankles to move up, but they do move up, so that's very cool. You can move him down, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. The ankle pivot is kind of like on a ratchet joint, so if you catch it in between those little clicks in there, it could be kind of frustrating to work with. And that's my biggest gripe with the articulation, is sometimes he can be tricky to stand. Now, to measure out the height of this new Miles figure, you could see that he's standing just a bit under 6 inches tall. And I just had an itch to put the masked head sculpt on here so I could see these two with the masked heads on there. And man, this figure is just so much better. Jeez. And then here's our new Into the Spider-Verse Miles next to the Mafex Miles Morales Spider-Man figure, which is a comic-based figure, much older Miles Morales. Obviously different designs. You can see that the cobweb pattern is painted red on this figure. It shouldn't be painted red on this one. In the movie, it's kind of like a gray highlight thing that's very fine, and I just didn't expect that detail in this mass-produced retail figure. However, having that sculpt right there, that does the trick for me. And then here's the new Miles figure next to the Mezco Homecoming Spidey, and then here it is next to the Mafex Homecoming Spidey. I don't know why somebody asked for a comparison of one or the other. I can't remember if it was Mafex or Mezco, but here's both. I aim to please, so there you go. And then here's Miles next to all the other figures. From the wave, we have Frogman, the Hand Ninja, we have Spider-Gwen, Spider-Ham, and the Prowler. And I kind of wish this figure did come with a hood similar to the Spider-Gwen, because you have him jumping off the building and everything with the hood over his head. There's the Spider-Man Homecoming homemade suit hoodie that I want to try over this. I guess I'm going to have to put the head through there first. Line this up and smush. And it looks a little bit weird. The color red does not match here, but yeah, I kind of like it. I don't know, maybe with some paint, but from far away, it does look pretty cool. And then here's the new Miles figure next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Hey friend, nice digs. But, for the record, I was the first black Spider-Man, right? Hey, I could do that too. See, but can you do this? I win. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, show some love by dropping a like and hit that subscribe button if you're new, as well as that notification bell. And a big thanks to all these supporters over here that really want to see the content go to the highest level. If you're interested in supporting, check it out. Link in the description below. This figure is a lot of fun. I really like it a lot. I'm surprised I was able to get him into this pose right over here. I was a little bit scared of that ankle articulation. I didn't think we were going to be able to move the ankles up. I thought it was going to be a lot more stiff than it actually is. So this figure really impressed me. I was already stoked about the sculpt and paint apps. There's not a ton going on as far as the paint apps go, but what we do have, I really like. The sculpt impresses me more than anything else, but actually the articulation surprised me, but the sculpt I really like. So anyway, the fact that I'm pleasantly surprised with the articulation just makes me like the figure even more so. So I'm really stoked about this figure, and at the price point of around 20 bucks, I'm going to give him a stud rating of I love it. And I guess he could have used more accessories. He doesn't have the wall crawling hands, but dude, I love this version of Miles Morales right here. This looks so dope to me. I'm so happy to have this. I think this is awesome, and I'd like to know what you think, so let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com, as well as a photo gallery of images from this review. And if you want to check me out on social media, don't forget to check me out over on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your